section is going to win a fabulous prize, but only if their actors can play Know Your Role. Actors, to the stage, please. And I am Greggo. Hi there. So, welcome. Hello, stars. Now, Austin, we just have to make sure that there is some candy for the commercial breaks, so...
I've already taken half of it and put it in the
Welcome, and I must say, we'll start. Austin, thank you. This is the very first game show of mine that you've ever done.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun, I hope. And if it's not, please let me know.
I will send you notes afterwards.
And of course, Cherami, done the match game. You played some other stuff with me. Thank you again for once again joining us. I would talk more about what you guys do, but that's the point of the game, so I don't want to do any of that stuff, but we can talk about that.
I'm excited. This is super complicated, and I'm mildly terrified I'm going to screw it up, but I'm excited.
It's really not that complicated once we get down to it. And look, we have a beverage delivery.
I brought coffee for everyone, just me.
And welcome to Jade. Hi, Jade.
Hi.
This is your second time on one of my shows. This one will be even easier than the first one that you were a part of.
We hope so. I hope so.
Now, we mentioned rooting sections. Someone from...
Sorry, really quickly, does anybody want coffee? Do you want coffee? Sorry, continue.
No, you're fine. Someone from one of these fine actors' rooting sections is going to win a 3-month Crunchyroll subscription. And here's how it works. So, our actors have done a number of roles in anime. And we are going to try to find out if they can guess if we're talking about one of their characters by showing them a series of clues. Now, our actors all have a button in front of them. It says me on one of the buttons and not me on one of the buttons. I'm going to show you a clue. If you are certain that that is you, push me. If you are certain that it is not you, push not me. If you are not certain of either, just wait. I'll show you a clue that'll be a little more focused. By the last clue, you should have a good idea that it's definitely you or definitely not you. All right? Now I'm going to give each of you 100 points.
Yay!
So everyone, go ahead and let everyone get points. No, now audience, you don't get to help, but you can react. All right? So there you go. Now after each round, I'm going to follow up with a Q&A style question related to that character for all 3 of our actors. They'll be generic enough questions so that you can all contribute if you would like. And hopefully we'll get some nice conversation going over the course of this game. I like to call this Inside the Actor's Studio, the game show. So, now, the first clue on every pass is worth 50 points, then it goes down to 40, then 30, then 20, then 10. If you are correct, we add that to your score. If you are incorrect, we subtract it from your score. So keep that in mind. Wait until you're sure. All right, is everybody ready? We good? We good? We good? All right. All right. So, fingers on buzzers, get ready, and here comes the very first clue to the very first character that one of you has voiced for 50 points. I am a high school student. Okay, now we're looking at a specific character. So, all right, so both Austin and Jade say that this is definitely about them. Well, it could be. So, you are certain that this is you, definitely. Well, one of you is definitely wrong.
I get it now.
Yeah, that's okay.
I still am confident that it's me.
All right.
Wait.
Cherami just didn't do anything. She had the right idea. I was like, I don't know.
Okay, here we go for 40 points. Thanks to my brother, my life completely changed. All right, Cherami's still not convinced, so let's take a look at the 30-point clue. You will respect my authority.
But you get to look at all the clues anyway.
By the way, that sounds a lot like a lot of my characters, so I'm getting very excited.
All right, here we go for 20 points. You might say that I have quite the rapier wit. Here's the last. Okay, you're going to lock in on that one. All right. So let's see what the 10-point clue would have been. For me, computer games are literally a matter of life and death. And you did, but not until the 20-point clue. Yeah, we are Asuna, which is Cherami Leigh, so you are correct. Oh, that's okay though, because in round 2 you can catch right back up. So.
I like to play it safe, guys.
Crazy.
So taking a look at what that does to our scores, unfortunately, Austin, you said that was you. It is not, so you lose 50. Cherami, you said that was you, and you were correct, so you gain 20
I
points.
should have just said, yes, I'm a high school student.
And well, Jade, unfortunately, you said that was you, and that is wrong, so that also costs you 50 points. So after the first question, that puts Cherami in a nice, comfortable lead, but that's okay. We're going to go over the rules one more time during the commercials, and we're going to get the contestants all hyped up on candy. We're going to find out how we finish this round right after this. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Know Your Role. Now, we've gone over with the actors exactly when they should push that button, so we've had our fun with the question. Now we're going to have fun with the follow-up question. Now, that first question was about Asuna from Sword Art Online. And as you're well aware, Cherami, that character of yours has been seen by hundreds of thousands of people on television over here.
Yeah.
So now this question is for all of you. What sort of reaction did you have the first time you watched something of yours with someone else and they actually got to see something that you did, whether it be on television, on film, and anything? It's like, what was your first reaction when someone actually saw a cartoon character with your voice coming out of it? What was that like? And this for anybody. Go ahead.
I feel like we're all gonna have the same answer. It was just cringed.
I think mine was like, they're like, that's you? I'm like, sounds just like me. Like, what are you talking about? But yeah, a little bit just like, not, I don't know if it was cringe, but it was just like, you're nervous. You're nervous. Yeah. Mine wasn't a cartoon, it was a video game, and it was the first time I was in a video game, and I was playing it with my brother, and I heard 2 lines, and then he muted it. And he was like, he goes, I play games to escape from my life. I don't want to hear my sister and my, escape. So that was my first experience of, hearing my voice. So I heard 2 lines, and it was fun while it lasted.
So now that you've all been doing this for quite a while now, has the cringe-worthiness worn off yet? Does it feel a little more natural now? It's like, oh yeah, that's me. Oh,
no, I always get super nervous still. Like whenever we premiere an episode, or anytime like on Toonami with Sword Art, every time we do a new episode, they would say like, please live tweet and do all that stuff, and I was so nervous. I'm like, what are people saying? Did they like it? Is it okay?
Well, I follow enough of those tweets that it's pretty good to me.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
All right, so there we go. And so that was kind of the softball question. They'll get a little more in depth as we go along, because I figured that was more of a... All right, shall we move on?
Sure.
All right, so here comes question number 2. Remember, this character is someone that one of you definitely provided the voice for. Here is the first clue for 50 points. I never really knew my father, but my mother told me plenty about him. All right, let's take a look for 40 points. My brother and I have very different views as to how we should act. All right, for 30 points. There's this kid at school who just won't leave me alone. All right, for 20 points. I'm not exactly a wolf in sheep's clothing. Jade says that is definitely her. All right. Austin and Cherami still aren't sure, so let's take a look at the 10-point question. All right, Austin's in with not me. Cherami is still...
Sorry.
Yeah, if you're sure that it's not you...
Not me.
If you're sure that it's not you, there it is. All right. Okay, here is the 10-point clue.
This was me.
Werewolf. So I think we all know that everyone got this one correct. This, of course, is Yuki from Wolf Children, played by Jad Saxton. Well done. Yeah, when you're sure it's not you, push not me, and it's worth more points.
I know how to play.
This game is so complex. There's 2 buttons in it.
So looking at what that does to the scores, Austin, you said that was not you. That is correct. So you earn 20 points and go to 70 points. Cherami, you said that was definitely not you. You were correct, so you go to 140 points. And Jade, you said that was definitely you, and you are correct, so you also go to 70 points. So there you are. So, Wolf Children, I must say, was one of my favorite anime movies. I absolutely loved it. It brought me to tears multiple times. So this question is very simple for all 3 of you. What are your favorite animated movies of all time? And you can go Disney with this, you can go Pixar, you can go anywhere you want. Your favorite animated movies of all time.
I'm not good with favorites. I like everyone so much.
It's so hard, but I definitely love all of the Toy Story movies. And I really love Inside Out.
Oh, yeah.
Because I deal with emotions every day, and it was nice to see them have their own personalities.
And they did it really well.
It was so cute. I haven't seen it yet. Oh, it's adorable.
It's fantastic.
I really love the South Park movie. That's my favorite.
So there we are. But yeah, and it's hard to believe. So you definitely heard that they just announced there's a 4th Toy Story movie coming out. All right, so there we are. Cherami, you are still in first place. Austin and Jade are tied for second place. And now you know how to play the game. So here we go. Moving on. Again, this is definitely one of the 3 of you. Buzz in when you're sure that it is or is not you. Here we go. For 50 points. I always tend to look on the bright side of life. And a certain song, yes. For 40 points. My anthem would have to be a certain Stone Temple Pilots song.
I'm the only one that hasn't been picked yet.
Okay, you say it's you.
If you would knock me now, I'd feel bad.
Here we go for 30 points.
I don't even know what's
In another life, I'd probably do great working in a clothing store. I'm great at recognizing a good jean.
It's me.
Enthusiastic, not me.
For 20, yeah, and so everyone's in now. Here's the rest of the clues. For 20 points, my favorite sports film would likely be Remember the Titans. And finally, for 10 points, in the end, I proved myself to be most trustworthy. And yes, everyone is correct. That was Marco from Attack on Titan, played by Austin Tindle. Congratulations. So now everyone is happy, but they're about to be made very sad. So that 40-point clue. Do you know the Stone Temple Pilot song I'm referring to there?
No.
I'm half the man I used to
Do you know the name of the song? Yeah.
So everyone was correct. So Austin, you were in at the 40-point clue, so that means you go to 110, moving into second place. Cherami, you were correct, so you go to 170. And Jade, you were also correct, you go to 100. And so now after I've made the audience mad at me, let's make it a little nicer of a question. And speaking specifically about, you guys have played several roles. I'm sure all of you at some point have played a character who has died. So yeah, it's not better at all, is it? No. You've all, at least somewhere has played, even if it's just Soldier A that gets killed on the battlefield. So somewhere along the line. So the question is, do you experience any emotional attraction to your characters? And when they die, does that affect you? If one of your characters passes away? How does that affect you? You know, apart from, you mean I don't get any more paychecks for this?
Yeah, basically, we're just here for money. But it's the same, I think it's the same sorrow you feel when a show ends. You're just no longer a part of that experience, and that's always sad. But then new things come. So, you gotta be like a shark.
It's always sad. Anytime any character, even if it's not my character, passes away, it's sad. And then if it is me, it's like, well, this is really rough. Yeah, I think it's harder when you're the one living, but you're watching another character die. Yeah, the character's dealing with that. That's brutal. That seems tougher.
Shall we make it a little happier and play more of the actual game so that we're not quite as bummed out?
Or we can throw candy.
We're going to play one more question, and that'll end round one, and then we'll get to throw candy, and then we'll move into round two. So here is the final question of round one. Remember, this is definitely one of the three of you. And here we go for 50 points. Not a big fan of the daytime. I like to stay inside.
I think I know this one.
Really? Here we go for 40 points. Don't treat me like a child. I'm older than I look. Here we go for 30 points. I may kill you, but don't hate me for it. It's nothing personal. Austin says that is definitely not him. Cherami and Jade. Cherami says that that's definitely her. Jade's going to lock in with not me. All right. So everyone's locked in. Let's take a look at the two remaining clues for 20 points. I'll gladly explain my philosophy about death to you. And then for 10 points, and this should be a dead giveaway, want to know more about me? Check Shikipedia. And everyone is confident, and it looks like we are correct. We were looking for Sunako Kirishiki, Cherami from Shiki. Congratulations, everyone is correct! All right, so let's see what that does to the scores. Austin, you said that was definitely not you. You were correct. You go to 140 points. Cherami, you definitely said that was you. You are correct. You go to 200 points. And Jade, you said that was definitely not you. Correct. To 130 points. So, before we go to commercial, here's the follow-up for this one. Now, I have not watched this show because, quite frankly, the character designs freak me the heck out. So here's my question. Have you ever frightened yourself over your portrayal of a character? Have you ever played a character and then having seen, basically, have you ever, in the way you portrayed the character, come back and go, wow, I did that? That came out of me?
There's been a couple times where I've been freaked out about how it all came together. Like when I worked on in Ghost Hunt, there was a monster played by R. Bruce Elliott, and I did not know who was playing the monster, and it really terrified me. We recorded that show in the dark, so everything was like super magnified, so I was super terrified. And then when I watched that episode just in my living room, I was like, oh, it's really not as scary as I thought. I should watch this in the dark with headphones. But he scared me. I don't know if we scare ourselves because we know, but it's when we hear other people and we're like, that's them? No way! I can't think of the time that I terrified myself.
I can just think of a bunch of college plays.
Oh, actually, yeah, I was watching some stuff that I did when I was like 8, 9 years old. Somebody was sending me old things. Some of the things that I've done have been put on YouTube, like TV episodes I worked on or films. And so that scared me, because it was not...
Oh, I saw that. That was terrifying.
Wasn't it scary?
With the bear?
With the bear, yep. And hints in that, too.
Keep going again?
Yeah. It was really scary. So that's when I scared myself, looking back on my friends.
Yeah, my past friends, me. But that's a different
show.
All right, well, so that's the end of round one, and as we look at the scores, we see that Cherami is still leading. Austin second place and Jade in third, but that's okay because the game in turn in round two is the double or nothing round, and we're going to have that right after we have this, so stay tuned. Welcome welcome back to Know Your Role. At the end of round one, Cherami leads with 200 points, Austin in second place with 140, Jade in third with 130. But this is the double or nothing round. The game can change at the show of a card. And actors, if you would hold up your jokers, please. Now, here's how this works. There's only 2 jokers in a pack of cards, Austin. There you go. Here's how it works. In this round, if an actor is absolutely stone cold certain that we are talking about someone who is or who isn't them, as they are ringing in, me or not me, they're going to hold up the joker. If they are correct, we will give them double the points for that particular role. If they are incorrect, their score will go to nothing.
Oh, wow.
So, it is truly a double or nothing here, all right? So, here we
I don't know
go.
if this is a risk I'm willing to take with this Joker.
You have the lead right now, but it depends on how the rest of the round goes.
Do it.
And remember, you may play the Joker if you are certain that it is or is not. So you can play it on a not be, and it still counts. Now, they get 1 Joker per round, so make sure you use your Joker at the most opportune time. All right? So here we go. Here is the first question of round number 2. And it is for 50 or 100 points. Here we go. I'd tell you my real name if I could remember what it was. All right, for 40 points. The song that best describes my abilities, You Can't Touch This. For 30 points. If I worked in a diner, I'd be the one who'd probably serve the last order. All right, you've rung in. Now, are you playing your Joker on this one?
No.
Okay. All right. All right, and everyone else has rung in. Here we go. Now, here's the next clue. And the next clue is going to make at least one of our actors cringe. If you're looking for me, check Academy City.
I know it.
And here is the 10-point clue. Favorite Japanese video game company? Level 5. Yeah! It is Accelerator from a certain measurable index, a certain scientific railgun, played by Austin Tindle. You are correct.
This was tricky because we were all in the show.
I know. That's why. I put it in the middle on the Academy. Academy City was originally the 30-point clue, but you all did well. You all got it right. Well
Can't
done.
touch Accelerator.
That's right. And
Yeah.
I hope that you really enjoy this follow-up question for Accelerator. But first, let's take a look at the scores. Austin, you were correct, so you go to 170. Cherami, you were correct, you go to 230. And Jade, you go to 160. You were all correct. Here's the follow-up question. Now, I wanted to make a question about Index and Railgun because it is one of my favorite series. It is, I absolutely love the show, and I absolutely love the Accelerator character. So, I hope that you love this question about him. He is one of those characters that has a surprising amount of depth once you find out a lot about
All me.
Yeah.
Subtext you added.
So, this question is for all 3 of you, but you, Austin, specifically. Talk about your experiences where you started a role, and then as you progress in the role, you realize that there is a lot more to this character as you've gone along to it. That's certainly true with Accelerator.
Yeah, that's probably the best example. I mean, the only other thing that comes to mind is Tokyo Ghoul, where there's a large character arc. You see him go somewhere, but it's not. Well, that wasn't as surprising as getting to do Accelerator and then coming back a year later and getting to do him again in Railgun, and for that to be the retelling of the same story that was kind of more awesomer. So it was a really great experience to be able to come back and try again. I felt much more confident about the character. I felt like I got to learn a lot, and it was also kind of the first time that I did something like that. So it was also scary, and it's still hard for me to watch that because I think I could have done better.
Did
But-
fantastic.
Oh, thank you so much.
Like I said, favorite series, and you all did it justice. So absolutely, and you did it justice. Judgment, you did it. No. What about you, Jade? Cherami, any characters that you've done whose depth surprised you towards the end of it? Or?
That's one of the things that I love about anime is that I feel like all the shows are written and all the characters get a lot of depth and a lot of subtext, which is always nice. There was one character that I played where it was actually backwards experience. This character was written and had so much depth along with all of the characters in the first episode. And at the end of the first episode, they all died. And you got a whole new lead cast. And so we were like, oh my gosh, these are such meaty characters. Oh wait, it's over. So that was backwards.
I think for me it would probably be Konako from High School DxD, because I really liked season 1 and 2 of like her just quippy little one-liners, but in season 3 they really kind of go into her backstory, and I never knew that she would have such depth from how little she says. So that was cool to see where all that came from.
Well, cool. I am happy that I wrote this question. I thought that was good. And plus, I got to fanboy a little bit about Index and Railgun, so there you go. All right, no one has played their Jokers yet. They are all still in play as we move on to our next question for round 2. Here we go. This will be for 50 or 100 points. I currently live in Nevada. And the Joker has been played. All right.
I've never done a show in Nevada.
Okay, Austin says not me with the Joker, so this will be
It could be a play on words.
Well, let's see. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? Austin's already in and the Joker's gone, so let's see.
He'll make an example of me.
Here we go. For 40 points. My name is similar to both a famous cellist and an October tradition. All right. For 30 points. Nobody got upset when Death Bucks Cafe, when they changed their cups to red. For 20 points. She's not a witch. She's not a witch.
I'm a boy.
And now here we go for 10. I'm literally on fire. All right. Everyone is locked in. Now, Austin, if you are correct, you will leap into first place. So let's see who this was. It was Jacqueline O'Lantern Dupree, played by Jad Saxton in Soul Eater, Soul Eater Not. So there you are. Nevada is where Death City is. It's actually in the state of Nevada in the thing. So the character, there's Jacqueline May Dupree, who's a famous cellist, and theoretically, Jacqueline O'Lantern was named after her, and of course, Jack-o'-lantern being an October tradition, and of course, being a weapon, you are in fact literally on fire. And so there you go.
Death Bucks is what threw me off.
Yeah. So, of course, Death Bucks Cafe had a nice little arc where, and very briefly, so did Jacqueline. So there you go. So there you go, looking at the scores. Now, Austin, you played your Joker, and this was definitely not you. So 50 points plus another 50 points puts you up to 270 points.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Cherami, you were correct that this was not you, so you go into 240. And Jade, you were correct that it was not. You were correct that it was you, so you go to 170 points. So there we go. But as you can see, the Joker can change the game.
He changed lives.
All right.
Changed friendships.
So speaking of Jacqueline, we had a character, of course, Soul Eater, very successful show. Everyone who's involved with that had a lot of work. And then there was Soul Eater Not, which kind of came out of nowhere. And suddenly, all of these characters that everyone did, most everybody got to do them again. So the question that I have, of all the roles that you've done, what's a specific role that you would love to revisit someday? You did a role in a series that is over, but you'd like to have something like Soul Eater Not happen, so that suddenly, oh hey, I can play this character again.
I want to do Is This a Zombie again, guys.
Yeah! I approve.
That's all of us.
Can I talk a little more this time? No. I mean, like, is this a zombie? Can I talk a little more this time? I just wrote a lot of
I think Austin died.
I didn't even notice that I didn't speak in that show.
I would like to revisit D. Grayman because we didn't get to finish that series.
Yeah.
I would like to revisit Sergeant Frog because we didn't get to finish that series. And I would like to go back and do Sword Art Online, but I would like to do like all of the Aincrad arc and not like the Cliff Notes version. So stretch it out and spend a little bit more time there. I think that would be more fun.
Now you realize with those first two, you just fueled the flames and the people on the Funimation Facebook who are going, now when are you going to get the rest of so-and-so?
I know, you got, and that's, we can't do anything about it. We just gotta keep fueling the fire of saying, we want it.
Or just shot Japan.
And what about you, Jade? Where would you like to go back to?
Michiko and Machin. Yeah. More Michiko and Machin for sure. And then Steins Gate. Yes, I love that show. More of that. But you know, I was also trying to think, and you didn't ask this, but it made me think of it. Now that they're doing that like junior high Attack on Titan, I'm like, what show would I want to do that I could do junior high version?
Well, this is a perfect segue. Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that question too. What anime needs a junior high version along with Attack on Titan?
I think Fairy Tail Junior High. Yeah, really cute.
But we did get to do some baby stuff.
We did, and it was really fun.
Like, just like in middle school.
Baby Carla. I think that would be really fun. I don't know, Baby Soul Eater would be really cute. Like Muppet babies, but it would be like Soul Eater babies. That would be really cute.
Yeah.
You realize that
Muppet Babies is good.
as this is airing on YouTube, all of the people who draw on DeviantArt are doing this now.
Seriously, I want all the little baby versions of my little chibi baby versions. Would that make me a bullet instead of a gun?
No, it would make you a cap gun.
Oh,
You would be a little and have the little string of the little bang caps behind it, like we all used to play with before they dated them. All right. So, the score has changed. We have a new leader, and it's Austin. So, let's see. Incidentally, we have a grand total of 15 minutes left to go in this game. So, 15 minutes to go in the game, so if you haven't played your Joker, you might want to think about it as we move on to our next question. For 50 or 100 points, here we go.
No, I wouldn't have fit into these when I was like 3 or 4.
If you cross me, your luck will certainly change for the worse. Jade says that is, and the Joker has been played. All right, Jade is in for 100 if she's right. Here we go for 40 points.
And then when they came in, I was
I really love my sister. You don't understand. I really love my sister.
like, yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah, when you hit it. Are you playing your Joker now? You are playing your Joker now. Okay. All right. All right, so everyone is in, so let's just go down through the clues and just...
I trusted you.
As we go through the clues, just watch the faces of our actors, and that will let you know how well they did. For 30 points, I hate chaos. The rules are meant to be followed.
It's you!
For 20 points, demons are far superior to angels. I should know because I am one. And for 10 points, I really, really hate stalking. Oh, yeah, you.
I love my sister, but I don't like love my sister.
I thought you were talking about a show
There's
that's not
one
appropriate.
episode.
No, the transformation sequence says otherwise. I have 0 now.
Yeah. interesting things
Yeah,
to the
guys,
scores.
I'm doing so
Austin,
well.
you said that was you and it was not, which means you dropped down to 230. Cherami, I hate to say this, but you played your Joker. So instead of going down, you go way, way down to 0.
I'm still in the lead though.
Jade, you said that it was not you, and you played your Joker, which means you were correct, which means you get double the points, and now you are in first place at 270 points.
Guys, I got played by my friends.
I seriously thought you were talking about freezing, which I was like, why would you bring that shit up? That's so gross.
This legitimately happens to me all the time at Funimation. I get lied to, and I'm the joke.
Can I make you feel a little bit better? Because this question should give you a chance to vent your frustration that you are feeling right now. Okay, just like, so, talking specifically about panty and stocking with garter belts, you got to play a character who, I know you, the character that you played is very much not you. So the follow-up question is this, how fun is it when you are able to play a character where you essentially are playing someone with very little of a filter and can just say whatever into the microphone, not in an ad-lib kind of way, but it's like you see all sorts of just things that you're like, oh cool, I get to say this and this and this and this and this, and that's the script? Awesome! So, because, from my understanding, that's pretty much everyone's experience with panty and stocking with garter belt was that it was just like, yeah, sure, heck of a time. So, how does it feel to be able to vent into a microphone?
It was awesome. With that show, I was really shocked that I got cast. I really wanted to work on it for the selfish reason that it was super, super colorful, and I didn't know much about it, but that I really liked the animation. And then Colleen told me that I was going to be playing one of the Demon Sisters, and she said, you're actually going to have one of the deepest voices in the show, with the exception of Chris Sabat, and I responded with, have you met me? And she's like, no, I'll work with you. And so that was the only time that I've ever worked on an anime where I've gotten to record with another actor, and Colleen was directing, so she also recorded the transformation sequence with me to make sure that it sounded well, harmonized-wise, I guess. And I got to use some really big Tatum words. So most of my vocabulary, Jamie told me she would email Tatum and ask for his favorite words that he never got to use, and ask for definitions. And that is where the vocabulary for Anisa's came from. She didn't have the colorful vocabulary in the sense of a lot of 4-letter words. She had a lot of 19-letter words. So I wish I took a notebook and made a Nisak's dictionary, because I had some really, really nice gem of words. SAT, what? These were like college SAT, like genius words, because it's Tatum. He's a genius.
Yeah.
It's just wordy.
Yeah, what about you? You guys, any character where you got to just completely not be you?
I love playing characters that are unfiltered and verbose like that, because it's so different than what I'm like in real life,
Do you like to play characters that don't sacrifice their friends' hard work so that they can win?
I like playing characters that are upstanding and
Great moral fiber.
because it's so weird, being that. It's an exploration. I'm a sociopath, so it's fun.
What about you, Jade?
Oh yeah, I mean, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I really do. I like the ones that just are kind of flirty, honest, and it's fun. It's not real. It's definitely not real life at all. And I wouldn't be like that, but they're really, really fun to kind of. And I do find, much like Penny and Stocking, that a Jamie Markey script is going to have a lot of unfiltered type things with not Tatum style colorful words, but some really cool stuff to say, and really fun insults that you get to hurl at people. And I like those.
All right. Well,
The game's over.
the game is not over. That sound means that we are now going into the speed round, which means now we're just going for rolls. All right? So no follow-up questions. It's straight the game now. All right? And this will decide.
Let's just put these away. They ruined my mind.
No, everyone's used the Joker. Everyone's used the Joker. We go into the speed round now, so it's just rolls at this point. No follow-up questions. This will decide the game. Here we go. For 50 points.
It's because I've lost it.
I am constantly the center of attention, and yet I'm so alone. For 40 points. I'm the smartest in my class, and yet I'm also the most gullible. Austin says that's definitely not him. Cherami says it's definitely not her.
What do I have to lose now? You can't take any points away.
Jade said that that's definitely her.
I'm not sure it's me.
Here we go. For 30 points.
I'm not trusting you anymore.
Thanks to a certain someone, I can't stand meat.
It's me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's me.
For 20 points. If I were to pick a favorite men's fragrance, it would be Calvin Klein's Obsession. For 10 points. Like a good neighbor, our club is there.
You didn't even know when you picked it.
And the correct answer is Seina Kashiwazaki, Jad Saxton's character from
It was
Haganai.
me, Austin Tindle. I did. Because my character's constantly talking about how smart she is. But she gets it.
That's how I am because I'm never the smartest kid in the class in any show. I'm just the one who's the most angry.
And then, of course, meat being the nickname that
Yes.
you're given. and
Yeah,
so on.
for a great reason.
Yeah. two great reasons.
Yep, two great reasons.
I had to throw this character in. This is another one of my favorite shows. So yeah, I love Haganai. So everyone was correct. So let's adjust the scores again. Austin, you go to 270. Cherami, you're back on the board with 40 points, and Jade, you are still in first place with 310 points. Here we go. Next roll for 50 points. As a student, I really enjoyed reading. For 40 points. I have a particularly dark secret.
I'm not gonna win, so it just, you know.
All right, Cherami says that's definitely not her. For 30 points. Sometimes one bad date is all it takes to change your perspective. Haha, I think we have an idea of where we're going with this. For 20 points. My part-time job gives me plenty of opportunities to improve myself. And for 10 points, underneath this facade, I'm hiding a ghoulish interior. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are correct straight across the board. This was Ken Konecki, played by Austin Tindle, and there we are. So let's see what that does to our scores. Austin, you were correct. You go to 300 points. Cherami, you double your points. You go to 80. And Jade holds her lead with 340 points.
If this was golf, I'd be sweeping you guys right now.
And that sound means that it is the end of our game. And with 340 points, Jad Saxton, you are the winner on Know Your Role.
Remember when Austin and Jade cheated and forced me to play my Joker? That was so fun!
I didn't mean to. I felt awful.
You're like playing the Joker.
So that means that Jade's section right over here, one of you, chosen at random, except for you, you just sat down, you don't count. One of you is going to randomly win a 3-month subscription to Crunchyroll. So congratulations. And for the other two sections, the actors, if they would like, are going to take the rest of the candy and go ahead and distribute it among the not winning sections. So, but first and foremost, let us thank Austin Tindle, Cherami Leigh, Jad Saxton. Thank you so much for playing our game.
Very good.
Offering some insight and answering some questions that you don't tend to get asked anymore in
Austin cheated
Q&A
me, so I
sessions.
cheated.
So
Stole the candy
thank you
from
guys
her.
so much.
Oh, no.
Tomorrow we have Pokemon Game Show right here. So for Jad Saxton, Austin Tindle, Cherami Leigh, my name is Greggo. Thanks, and we'll see you next time on Know Your Role. Bye for now.